Hey guys, welcome back to some more World Cup predictions. Obviously, we didn't get to do one for the round of 16 last week, but it is now the quarterfinals. The tournament is really heating up. 8 teams left, 4 teams to go. We've got some big games. I'm back with Zach this week. We quickly run through the round of 16 predictions because obviously we didn't get to do a video. Zach got 1 point from them. I got 0. So nothing really to talk about. We didn't get any predictions right, apart from Zach getting Switzerland on penalties. But we're moving into some absolutely monstrous games. It's France versus Morocco tonight, Spain versus Belgium, England versus Norway, and Argentina versus some Switzerland. Zach, welcome. Ready for the quarterfinals?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, as the guest, always you can go first. It is the big one, France versus Morocco.
I'm going to go 3-1 France in normal time. Mbappe hat-trick.
3-1. I'm going to go 2-2. And I'm going France penalties. I think they're very good. Obviously, I know Morocco lost their striker, but still they got Hakimi. They still got some good players. Quarterfinals, anything can happen. Moving on to obviously Spain versus Belgium. Firstly, I'm so gutted. Ronaldo went home. Oh, I was literally crying. I was crying. It was so sad. But Spain probably deserved it. I think Portugal were just absolutely horrendous throughout the tournament. The way they played, the way they set it up, they didn't really bring anything. And I felt so sorry for Ronaldo because he delivered when he had to. He scored the penalties. He scored the goals. He had a couple of goals offside. He stepped up when his nation needed him, but the rest of the players didn't deliver. But Spain managed to get that 1-0 victory in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And then Belgium, they beat the host nation despite all the corruption from Donald Trump. Balogun's red card disappeared. USA still fumbled the bag. But you got to give it to them. To make a round of 16 is quite good for USA. Belgium is a surprise one because they've not had a great tournament. They've sneaked through games where they sneaked through the group stages. They've sneaked through against Senegal. Yes, they did hammer USA, but now they are taking on Spain. And I think this is going to be a one-sided affair. I'm going 3-1 to Spain in 90 minutes.
I was going to say 3-1 as well, but I'm going to go 2-1.
To Spain, yeah?
Yeah, I'm very tempted to go 3-1, but I'll go 2-1.
You can go the same, but...
No.
And 90 minutes or extra time?
Yeah, 90 minutes.
90 minutes. Now it's the big one, the shocker. It's England versus Norway. And this is where I did say England would get knocked out. And I did say that because I was assuming we were going to play Brazil. However, Norway, what a performance against Brazil. Beating Brazil 2-1. Haaland with a double and his second goal was absolutely fantastic. Yes, obviously, Brazil scored. It was a penalty. It was Neymar, but the game was done and dusted by then. England-Norway, this is going to be an absolutely goal fest, I think England's defence isn't great. Erling Haaland's going to absolutely bully Gahey and whoever they put at centre-back. Obviously, we have so many right-back issues at the minute. I think we're in a bit of trouble in this game. How do you think England versus Norway? Can they beat the Vikings or are they going to slay us?
I think we're going to win in normal time, but I'm going to go 1-1 and England to win on penalties.
England penalties. See, I don't even hate that, but I think if we can hold them in for 90 minutes and extra time, I do think we can beat them on penalties. I'm just not 100% sure on our defence. I'm gonna go 2-1 England.
Yeah.
90 minutes, but I do still think my prediction could be correct, and we do go home. I think if we manage to beat them, I do think we can beat Argentina, and then that would get us to the final. So it's either now or the final. It's either we're going home now or we're gonna be in the final. That's the way I see it. I'm not worried about Switzerland or Argentina. It's Norway's my big worry. So I'm going 2-1, but I do want, for the record, I have said England to be knocked out in the quarterfinals throughout all predictions.
It's not happening.
So I won't be surprised if they do get knocked out. And then talking about the last two teams, Argentina versus Switzerland. Before we give our predictions, we kind of need to speak about both teams, because Switzerland are one of those teams that they overperform every tournament. You look back at the Russia tournament, you look at the 2022 tournament, they're always making that round of 16 quarterfinals. They're not a great team, but defensively they're so good. Defensively, they've got Xhaka, they've got Elvedi, they've got Ricardo Rodrigo. Their players aren't outstanding, but they're a fighting team. They get the job done. They're very boring to watch, but they will hold out a draw. They will hold out a 0-0 like they did against Colombia. And when they do have the chances, they will go and score. And then obviously we need to talk about Argentina. Argentina looks so good in the groups. Yes, their group was so good, easy, and then they come into the round of 32 against Cape Verde, a 3-2, another 2-2 at extra time. In that last 5 minutes, they scored another goal. Then in the quarterfinals, again looking at Egypt, a very, very weak nation, they were 2-0 down. They could have been 3-0 down if it wasn't for the VAR and the check. They somehow scored 2 goals in about 7 minutes with 17 minutes to go. And then they do get a winner in 90 minutes. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy around this game, because obviously Egypt's goal was disallowed for a play that was about 2.5 minutes earlier. Then obviously Egypt got fouled again. Then Argentina went and scored. No checks for any of the 2 fouls that were made in the Argentina in the Egypt box. Should have been checked. Could have been a penalty for Egypt. Obviously nothing at all. The goal stands. There's a lot of controversy on whether this World Cup is rigged, biased to certain teams, and you've got to think, if it had been any other nation, had it not been Messi, it probably would have been overturned.
Yeah.
Now Argentina, the world champions, in the quarterfinals, but again, we need to talk about their group stages. They performed so well. They had dominant performances. The round of 32, round of 16, they've not been too great. They're coming up against a Switzerland side, we said, very good at defensive. Maybe not the best attacking side, but they should be able to hold out Argentina. Or is it going to be another struggling game for Argentina? Or can they find that momentum they had in the group stages?
I'm going to go... I think 2-1 Argentina in normal time, but I'm going to go 1-1 and Argentina to win on penalties.
Yeah, see, I've got the exact same prediction. I think this game could go to penalties. I think the quality should be there for Argentina, but those last two games just not been there.
I'm going to go 2-1 Argentina normal time.
2-1, 90 minutes. Okay, I will go 1-1 then, and I'll say the penalties. But yeah, I think it's a tough one, because they've had good performances their games are quite good to watch, but they're not looking as confident and as good as they were in the group stages. So that's all the predictions. Obviously, only 4 games left. 8 teams, 4 games. Then we move into the semi-finals. Obviously, we'd do the semi-finals next week. But if you had to give a prediction, so if you're saying France go through, Spain go through, and then England versus Argentina. If you had to say France versus Spain, England versus Argentina, early prediction, what are you going for?
France to beat Spain.
And then
2-1. England to beat Argentina on penalties.
And then you think it's a France-England final?
Yeah.
Okay. I think France do win. I think Spain do win as well, and I think England and I think the 4 best teams should be in that semi-final. We'll obviously have to find out tonight. Though, what if there was a massive upset? Imagine this: Morocco versus Belgium, Norway versus Switzerland. That could be one of the craziest endings to the World Cup, with all the best teams being eliminated. It could happen, probably unlikely. If you had to pick a underdog, so Morocco, Belgium, Norway or Switzerland to win, who would you pick?
Say that again at the end.
So if you had to pick one of the underdogs, either Morocco, Belgium, Norway or Switzerland to win the World Cup.
I'd probably pick Norway.
Yeah, I think Norway or Belgium would have the best shout if obviously France, England and stuff went home. Well, that would just be crazy. Imagine Norway winning the World Cup. Oh, imagine you'd bet on that. That you'd probably be a millionaire. That would that is outrageous. But that is obviously the quarterfinals. Obviously it's very hard because obviously there's not many games left. But these are the big games now. This is where teams need to step up. This is where your best players need to be playing at their very best, or you could be going home. The scores are 11-12 to Zach, so he's still in the lead. Obviously, there's a lot of points still up to play. There's still obviously the bonus points as well, so anything can happen. But that is going to be the quarterfinals predictions locked in. Now we just need to see what happens this weekend. Thanks for joining us, Zach. We'll see you next week for the semi-finals, and obviously the semi-finals. See you in a bit.
See you later.